Good morning. Welcome to Candid Talks, coming to you live from Southern California, connecting you to amazing entrepreneurs offering inspiration to help you thrive. Go ahead, take a moment and share this live with someone who could use guidance and support today. You know who that is. Go for it, or share it later if you'd like. Right now, I'd like us all to take a deep breath. Join me in this deep belly breath, just allowing yourself to be present here today. I've got Michael and Alice on today. Notice, are you frustrated or confused? Are you struggling or worrying about tomorrow? Are you afraid or feeling AOS, anxious over stuff and unsure which way to turn? Do you feel that you've worked so hard and nothing seems to be going right, or like something's missing? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you'll be glad you're here. Let's take another deep breath. This breath helps you support your system. It helps support you to bring harmony into your life, a balance from within. As the Candid coach, I live on purpose. I go all out. I know a lot of people say that I'm this open book, I'm this open heart. And I am, because I see the best in you. I see success in you. And I see you thriving. So I want to know, are you all in? Say it with me. I'm all in. I am Pati Maez, CEO and founder of UNIV of Soul, a resource center that specializes in coaching and teaching the 7 spiritual essentials for business success. My proven methods guide professional women to identify who you are to get what you want, to be a success in your relationships and your business. I've combined spirituality and business, coaching and art, with my knowledge and wisdom acquired from art therapy, hospice respite, divorce, life-death situations, body work, and energy healing to help you thrive. My vision is to stop domestic violence and the suffering in women's minds and hearts. Why? Because I've been there, and now I'm here with you. Yes, I know adversity, the suffering and silence, anxiety and panic. I know this all too well. My proven methods support you as you walk in your brilliance and success. Together, we dive deep into the darkness. 1, to reveal who you truly are from your core essence, your intuition. And 2, to address the hidden secrets that are keeping you stuck. Most of us don't even know we have secrets. Most of us don't even remember. And no, we don't hash out all of the stuff that happened. We hash out what is happening today for tomorrow. Revealing those secrets helps you to get unstuck, helps you take a step forward. And nobody's judging and nobody's measuring what size that step is, or how wide or how deep or how long it is. It is your step, and your step counts going forward. And 3, to reveal the opportunities awaiting you to help you thrive in your personal and business life. If one-on-one coaching doesn't work for you, check out laser-focused group coaching at heartblazers.com, or contact me directly and I'll meet you there. For now, I am delighted to introduce you to my dear friends and colleagues, Alice Sinohui and Michael Post. Alice has been on the show before a couple of times to share her journey. She shared her truth about what happened in her life, in the adversity. Then she shared how she managed to get through, how she rose to the occasion, and how she continues to rise in her hero's journey. And Michael will share a little bit about his journey also. So Alice and Michael are co-founders of Samadhi Sea of Wisdom School in Yuma, Arizona. They are on their first meditation tour, which started on the border of Mexico and all the way up to the border of Canada. They are here to share updates on their Samadhi Sea of Wisdom meditation school and the personal journey they have endured and embraced to get to where they are today. Their intent is to bring more meditation and awareness to their community of Yuma, Arizona and beyond. Let's welcome Alice and Michael. Where are you located, Alice and Michael? I know you're here somewhere. There you are. Hi, you two beautiful souls.
We are great. We are great. Thank you for such a beautiful introduction. Doing the breathing and going to that place, I'm like, I don't want you to stop talking.
Well, okay. You're welcome. And so what I want to do is I'd like you to share, tell us a little bit more about, do a little more introduction about who you two are. And then I'm going to have you individually share something about yourself and just share where you've been and where you're going.
Okay. So who do you want to start first?
Well, I'd like you, either one. Okay. How about you, Alice? How about you start and then share a little bit about your journey? Let's do it that way and see how it goes.
So you did mention that I was on the show before, and not going too far back, I do want to give credit where credit is due. And before we started this tour, we're calling it Samadhi Tour Volume 1 because it's not going to be the only one for sure. Before this, we were doing many little trips into California to different events and sharing as far as San Diego and up to Orange County and part of LA. One of the greatest beginning of our transitioning and improving ourselves started when we went to visit you. And you and Thomas were and are still such a blessing in our lives. And we decided at that time that we needed to do something different. And it had been something we talked about before, but we never thought we'd really get to it this quickly. We just said, you know what, we're doing this. And it kind of meshed. We had an event in San Diego, then we had an event in LA and in Mount Shasta. And we figured, well, it's only 5 hours from Oregon. Why not go to Oregon since one of my daughters lives here? I really wanted to see her. And we thought we can just keep spreading that message and sharing about Samadhi and what meditation can do. And the beginning of it is because we also want to kind of collect all this beautiful energy from all these beautiful people that we come across so we can take that back to Yuma and really make a lot of noise so that Yuma can support us in the center we want to create for children and all walks of life, really, but to give that meditation the respect it deserves. An ancient practice that has helped me heal in my life, has helped me become whole and brought me out of the darkness. So basically we made it to Portland, and then we had friends who were watching our videos and said, you're in Portland, you're not that far from us, come visit. So then we go to close to Mount Rainier, was it?
Mount Baker.
And no, that was up
higher.
First
the
Mount
one
Rainier.
was Mount Rainier.
And our friend said, come in and visit and stay with us for a few days. So we did. Then another friend saw that we were in Washington now and says, oh, no, you've got to come all the way to the border to Canada. Come on. So people were helping us along the way. Our aim was just Portland, but we got to see the beautiful state of Washington. And oh my gosh, that was a lot of fun. So that's where we are. Now we're back. Now we're back in Portland. And who is Alice? Oh my gosh. Am I supposed to say that now?
Yes. Yes. Alice, go ahead and share who Alice is. You gave us a beautiful introduction, and thank you so much for the acknowledgement to all of those who have supported you from the beginning of your journey and on. And thank you for acknowledging Thomas. Thomas is, as we all know, he's St. Thomas, as most people call him. He's an amazing soul. So thank you for that. And for now, Alice, go ahead and share a little bit about your story, about who you are, and then we will continue on. And Michael, I appreciate you supporting and standing by. You're an amazing soul, and your turn is coming. Thank you.
Yeah, saving the best for last. Okay, so basically,
we are one.
Yes. So basically, who is Alice? I consider myself to be on this magnificent journey, all because I decided to rewrite my story. The path that I was on before was so abusive. And for many years, I would blame it on those that abused me as a child, those that abused me during 35 years of marriage, all that stuff. But I've come to realize that it was all me, and I can't hold anybody else accountable. Uh, Within reason, the truth is that that was my drug. That was my only comfort zone. That's all I ever knew was abuse. So I created more abuse because I thought that's how I had to be. I was kind of like a martyr, if you will. And once I realized that I can create anything I want for myself and enjoy things like what we're doing now, traveling, regardless of what people may think or say about how I am as a person, I know that I can create. And I've created the love within myself for myself first. So now I'm just someone who's very fun loving, caring. I care about humanity. I care about the women who have been stuck in a prison in their own mind, believing that they cannot get out. And so that is why I desire to share meditation, because it is the tool, the most ancient tool, and it is nothing new. You know, it's not people who hear about New Age or hear about meditation and feel that it might be something scary to, you know, blank that mind. Really, it's not. I love to talk to all people of all walks, especially those that are religious and believe that they can't meditate because it's going to offend, you know, their God or do something like that. No, I come from a Christian background. I love reading the Bible, and I know that what I meditate on is pure love, unconditional love for humanity, and my respects to all the people who are out there homeless or maybe in the most expensive mansion, but they're trapped in their mind. And meditation opens that lock and it takes you out of there. So now I'm just very dedicated. I love spending time with my husband and on the road. It's hilarious and I have the greatest time. I am nothing like the Alice that I used to be. Not even close.
Wow, what a beautiful journey, Alice. And it's been so amazing to be a part of the beginning of your, not necessarily the beginning of your life, because obviously not, but the beginning of this new opening, this new chapter, this new version of Alice. And you just continue to blossom like the lotus flower, and every petal, I mean, every time you take that step, as I mentioned earlier, it's not the size of the step, or, you know, we don't measure how much or how little, but that, ooh, wow, that you do allow that petal to unfold, and you're open to receive, and you're open to give and learn and grow. And you practice that, which is what has been my observation and a gift to me. It rippled out to me, and it ripples out to, I know, everyone. So thank you for that. Beautiful blessing. Thank you. And Michael, I'd love for you to share also. And Michael, I met Michael before I met Alice, somewhere along the way. And I always think of Michael as this kindred spirit, this brother soul, you know, as I say, sister soul. Alice is my sister soul. He's my brother soul. And I feel like we've known each other in lifetimes. And so please share, Michael, your version of your journey, and then share who you are with the audience.
Thank you, Patty.
If you will.
First of all, I love to thank Allie, because it's just been such a joy to see Alice come this far. I call her Allie. That's my love name for her. But I'll say Alice. It's been such a joy to see Alice come as far as she's gone and as she's come. And I mean, this is just the beginning of the beginning of the beginning, like you were saying, Patty. So about Michael, where do we start? Michael was a very confused, lost, I want to say angry, but more fed up with himself, and it would reflect his anger. And I spent all my life, well, most of my life, trying to prove my worth, trying to prove to people how good I was, how worthy I was. I wanted to be acknowledged. I wanted to be recognized. I wanted to be loved. Even though I put on this masculine, tough, bravado, macho, like nothing hurts me, I was vulnerable. Every day I was vulnerable because I was seeking for attention, like most of us do. Actually, every one of us do. But the one thing that I realized, fast forwarding the tape, through prison, through gangs, through drugs, through violence, through self-inflicted violence, um, really, I will say I was one of the craziest as they come. I would look for people to hurt me. I would look people to literally physically injure my body, so I would feel pain because I wanted to feel pain because I couldn't feel joy. I couldn't feel happiness. I couldn't feel the value that I was. So, in a nutshell, what I was doing is I was escaping myself. I was running from myself. I was ignoring myself and looking for someone or something to save me. And I was actually not looking for someone or something to save me, but unconsciously I was. Consciously, I was looking for somebody to just love me, and that was to save me. And now I know this is going to sound weird, guys, but just bear with me. I get high, like euphoric. When I say high, I get this euphoric, ecstatic, blissful feeling or realization in the most simplest of things. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. And it just gets better and even greater because one thing I love to share with people from my own life experience is all I needed to do is be genuine with myself. Accept me for who I am. Not for who I'm going to be, not for who I wasn't, but for who I am. And here at Samadhi, we promote that. We promote that it's not about positivity, it's not about negativity. It's about genuineness, it's about realness, it's about rawness. And the reason why I like to share my story is because I like to share with the viewers watching today, you watching today. There is a genuine part of you that is deep, deeply buried inside you. And unless you face what makes you feel uncomfortable, you'll never discover that. Just like I look for recognition, appreciation, and love in other people, we look for that in our day-to-day activities, our people around us, we entertain ourselves. We don't acknowledge and appreciate the wisdom and the intelligence that is waiting to awaken within us, that is only going to be unfolded from seeing ourselves in the mirror. And that's what I did. In a nutshell, and it's kind of funny because I'll just share this really briefly, that when I learned that I needed to face myself in the mirror, I would like literally go like this in the mirror. I love you. I would like look away from the mirror because I couldn't see myself in the mirror. I couldn't stand the person that I seen in the mirror. And I did my best to have the greatest morals, which I had my certain rules and guidelines that I would obey. But I couldn't stand myself. As long as I kept these guidelines, I was good. And these guidelines were, never tell, never hit a woman, always be honest. Don't be fake, be real. But the thing about it is, I didn't realize that I wasn't being real to myself. So we can put all the appearances and we can do as best as we can on the outside. But what are we doing on the inside? And that's why Samadhi is what it is with us. And we're so passionate about what we do, because the greatest accountability, the greatest responsibility, the greatest journey is to keep it real with ourselves and be accountable with ourselves and take 100% responsibility of every moment of every day. And if we fall, don't beat ourselves up. Acknowledge that we lost responsibility. Be accountable and bounce back.
Nice.
And ask why this happened to me. And then gain the lesson that life is showing up in every moment of every day. And where I found my freedom was in prison. For those of you that think that you have an excuse, that you can't or excuse me, you can't bring freedom, because you find that if you're looking outside, the only thing you could do is remind your focus. And looking inside you, you will discover what you already are. And when I was in prison, I had no choice but to face myself, because all I was with myself. I was in solitary for a very long time. Well, what appeared a long time for me, but there's other people that are, doing a lot more time. So my point is this: I had to face myself. And here's the thing that I want to share with the viewers today. Thank you, Patty, for this wonderful honor, this wonderful blessing to be able to share. Because it's not about Michael. Michael loves Michael. Michael does Michael's work. But Michael does Michael's work, and Michael is selfish to truly be selfless and share and gift what I went through as a gift that I received for everyone else that's willing to receive it, to find the gift that you are. Because I'm asking everybody a call to action to be selfish today.
Yes.
Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Be accountable to yourself. Take 100% responsibility of your life. I don't care what life appeared to be or what it didn't appear to be. I had people betray me all my life. But the truth is, I betrayed myself. And I sent this information, like message to the world to betray me. Because life is only going to reflect what you see in yourself. So here's my message to you, everyone. A call to action. To remember that either you humble yourself and you become vulnerable with yourself, or else life is going to humble you. Life is going to influence you to be vulnerable. And the more you escape and the more you avoid that, the more it's going to hit you. And it's not life is against you. You are against you. Life is for you. Life is creating its reflection of grandness for you to wake up and remember that.
What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to wrap up, Michael, is stay humble and take care of yourself. Be selfish for yourself to take care of yourself, right? And remaining true and authentic and genuine with who you are, no matter the adversity, no matter the climb, no matter the fall, always rise and be true to yourself first, because, I mean, it's the only one we really need to answer to, right, is ourselves. And once we can be honest and true and look at ourselves in the mirror and stay looking in the mirror when we say, I love you, and be present to that, it all ripples out, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for that. And so for now, I'm going to ask the two of you. We are live. I am Pati Maez, the Candid coach, here on Candid Talks every Tuesday at 9 a.m., as most of you know. And we have Ellis and Michael are here today, Michael Post and Ellis Sinohui, and they are of the Samadhi. They are the co-founders and creators of Samadhi, Sea of Wisdom Meditation School. And they're sharing with us their journey of this long journey from the border of Mexico all the way to the border of Canada. And they're on their way. They're trickling down south back into Yuma, Arizona. So for now, you're in Portland, and share some of the greatest nuggets, maybe 2 nuggets, one each, so that you can share with the audience about what this journey, what you're taking home to Yuma, to your meditation students in your school. What nugget? You can take a moment. I want to say thank you to all of our guests here today. We are live with Pati Maez, the Candid coach, and live with Ellis and Michael. And Ellis and Michael. Okay, who's gonna go first?
I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna start. Oh gosh, you said to only pick 2. And
I said one each.
And really challenging. Okay, for all of our viewers,
we'll have more time later.
Our new students, if I didn't mention you, it wasn't because you weren't important. You're all important. Oh gosh, we started in San Diego, and we didn't even want to leave San Diego. It was so beautiful there.
Yeah.
And the people we met there was great. Mount Shasta, these amazing people at a KOA, campsite.
Yes.
So tell us what the lesson was, the nugget that you are taking home to give to your students. I know these amazing people. I have no doubt, like the people who are walking the dogs behind you, they are in your field, right? Your field of influence, and they're saying, wow, we are at peace with you. And so what was that thing you're taking home?
That everyone that we have come across has received us with such open arms. Every single one, when they hear what we do, one person specifically said, keep sharing your medicine. Keep sharing your medicine. And when people can realize that meditation is your medication, what better thing? I mean, you're talking to someone who was diagnosed with cancer, and I was able to come out of that without going the traditional route. So for me, it's just every step we take. This trip has been planned not by us but by source, and every turn we take, we miss a ferry, it was meant to be. We don't know where we're going this next time. The GPS doesn't want to work because we don't have, and we end up where we're supposed to be with the people who need to hear our story. And that's basically what I've come to realize. One of the biggest nuggets for me is that we don't have anything special that nobody else has. All we are two very fun, loving, caring people who desire to share their message so that others can maybe not go through it for as long as we did, and make their journey just a bit more fun. And
Awesome.
enjoy life. Just enjoy life.
Great. Okay, Alice, that was beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Michael, what was that?
Oh, he says you didn't say who. Like,
I didn't say
no,
that.
it was a nugget.
I thought we were supposed to share.
So Michael, share with us what you have learned that you want to take. One thing, I know I said two, and one each, and the whole point is, what was the most? I know there were so many things that you've experienced. I just know you, Michael. You experience the world just fully and with every breath. And so, what was the one thing that you can
talk about being put on the spot? Which is good. The one thing that we met this one person, and he was in a corporate office for 20 years, and he just confirmed. And all he does is direct people on the ferry, and he has the greatest life. He said he's been doing this for 2 years, and I need to share his story. His name is JJ. Shout outs, JJ, and thank you for such a blessing that you did that day. He said that he was in a corporate office for 20 years, very successful, but he said it wasn't fulfilling. And he said he took a risk, and he left his corporate office, and he found that ferry job. For 2 years, he's been working that ferry job. He says that everybody else didn't believe in him. Only his wife. Shout outs to his wife. What's his wife's name? Carrie. Shout outs to your wife, because I know that it's a dynamic. I mean, either we find it inside of us and it reflects outside of us. But here's my point. Is this amazing soul, and you guys can go watch him on our live. He actually came out on our live, and he says that he is so happy, he is so fulfilled, because he goes every morning on the bay and meditates and breathes and connects. And he says, I've never lived this kind of life before. And for 2 years, he's in bliss. He's in his own kind of bliss. And it was very inspirational to see that it was a reflection of what we're doing. And people may think we're crazy. People may think what are you doing? Why don't you get a job? You know what? I'm going to share it because I haven't had the opportunity to share this. But I'm going to be very egotistical, I guess you can say. And I'm going to say I got the greatest job that I can ever desire, which is seeing people's lives transform right in front of my eyes and seeing the ripple effect in their families, in their friends, in their communities, which reflects in the world. So I may not have a 9 to 5. And I know you you relate, Patty, because you are an inspiration in, you know, you leaving your life, your previous life. And now I see, because we've sat for 8 hours and just, you know, shared sacred space, and to see the bliss that you and Thomas are in is just a confirmation more and more as we meet people, just that I may be crazy, but I'm a genuine crazy. And we just live high every day, natural, organic high. I mean, right now we're nature bathing. I recommend it for everyone to go and just bathe in nature. Just get out of your comfort zone, because there's so much to experience.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this. The two of you, I mean, I know you felt like you were put on the spot.
It's okay.
And what's amazing, yes. And what's amazing is that the spotlight, a lot of us aren't familiar or don't feel like we're accustomed to. We are the spotlight. We are the spotlight. And as my father always said to me since I was 4, every breath you're on stage. The spotlight is on you every breath you take. And everywhere you go, people are watching you, and people are seeing how you're being and who you are. And so, yes, the spotlight, when we can all own the spotlight is who we are, because it's what shines out, right? It's the light that we shine out to other people, where we're the spotlight for those people. And that's what you two have beautifully demonstrated on this journey and are demonstrating. And I feel that you're taking that home, is that more fulfilled, open, you know, like I mentioned earlier, Alice, the lotus, right? And you are like the stem that holds that, right? You balance each other out to be in this harmonious place together. And what a beautiful way to wake up this morning and to share this with our audience. I want to say thank you to our audience for being here with us. And I haven't, you know, really mentioned those that have been on here, because I wanted to really, I knew there was so much that you two have been through from the beginning to now. And I wanted the audience to see that anything is possible. I'm a woman who lives her life with infinite possibilities, right? Everything is possible, and it's how we're being from the inside, which is what you two are demonstrating, how we're being from the inside and how we open up and receive others and give to others. It's a nice balance. We don't always have to give, or receive, right? And when you talked about being selfish earlier, it was something that I firmly believe that we all could use a little bit more of for ourselves, from within, to take care of ourselves. So I just wanted to replay that to let the audience know what we mean by that, being selfish. The two of you on this journey, okay, let's go back to this journey. The two of you taking this journey and all the stops that you've made along the way, all these amazing people that you have met, and now you're taking these beautiful nuggets. I know you have a gazillion nuggets. We could be here for days and days and days, and I would love to. And I know that that it's the ebb and flow of things, right? It doesn't have to be those big highs and dips. We're not cutting this off. There is a deadline, which is, I hate to call it a deadline, and it's that we are on this show for a half hour, 40 minutes, right? And so that's what I mean by cutting it off. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the day or the end of the world, because there's always more time to do more things. So that was a little long-winded, and I just wanted to give a shout out to our audience here. Thank you, Michael. You had written your love earlier. Pauline Crawford, Dr. Pauline Crawford is on the line from Magical Conversations. And also, let's see here, who do we have here? Thomas says, hi, all. And Pauline says, morning, Thomas McGoldrick and Pati Maez. I'm all in. Thank you, Thomas. I love it. You're all in. Yes. And Amy, good morning, Amy. Good morning, Patty and everyone. Thomas says hugs all around. Rosario Landeros says, hola, bendiciones. She says, hello, blessings to everyone. And Amy says, yay, you came to my area, Seattle Seattle area. And I didn't even put the two together that you two were so close. And
Oh,
there is another journey, I'm sure. And Sylvia Leon and Michael. Michael is the dude. LOL. That's from Thomas. Thomas says, nice, cut ourselves slack. Agreed. And Sylvia says, love the message. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Nice, Michael. Airline emergency rules. Put your own mask on first. Yes. And Dr. Pauline says, true value comes from within. Hashtag magical conversations with Pati Maez. Yes, I love you, Pauline. And hi, Ellis and Mike from Yuma. This is from B. So back to you two. Thank you so much, B, for being with us. We are live. I am Pati Maez, the Candid Coach, and I am live here with Michael Post and Ellis Sinohui from Samadhi, Sea of Wisdom Meditation School. So next, I want to make sure that the audience finds you. This is your email, samadhiseaofwisdom@gmail. Is this correct?
Yes.
Please post it in the comments and make sure that the audience, I will post it up at the top at the end of my sessions today. And also, do you want your phone number up here?
That's good.
Yes.
Okay, we have, is this the correct number?
Yes, that's my number.
Okay.
And usually that's, if Michael's in meditation or in sessions, usually we advise that, message me first and then we can go from there. But either one is fine. Either one.
Okay, so 928-920-6464. That's an easy number to remember. And samadhiseaofwisdom@gmail.com. You can also find Michael and Ellis on Michael Post and Ellis Sinohui on Facebook, and also Samadhi, right? That's where we could find you all. Okay, so now what will you share with the audience? A nugget, or I call it amazing sauce, this secret sauce for our audience to practice from this moment forward. They can practice this this one thing that could help them in their day to find more success in what they're doing. If you would share, each of you share something that.
You go ahead and then I'll end it. Go ahead.
Okay. So one thing that I love that you said, Pati, because this is key. It's not just about, hearing a good podcast or video and feeling good. It's what you do with it that counts. And the one thing that just came to me recently, actually, and I love since it came to me, is we've heard about putting index cards in our back pockets, or in our pockets, or in our purses. So the one thing that I would like to ask you guys to do is a good reminder is to remember when you look up at the stars, the perfection of the galaxy. When you look down, the perfection of creation and its seed in the trees, in the plants, in the oceans, in the balance of the planet. And then I want you to remember something else, something vitally important, is that we are not an exception. You are not an exception. And to reflect how far you've come and where you are in this moment, and that everything that happened, good, bad, or indifferent, or what we call good or bad or indifferent, it happened for a better, greater divine reason. And we forget that. So to give yourself a little reminder and say, I am not an exception. Divinity, I am not an exception. And that's going to help us remember that perfection is always happening. We are not an exception. So when that brings you to the now, you remember that everything that is happening in this moment, you may not feel it's the most precise thing to be. But when you focus and be present in the now, you'll see the lesson in perfection to remind you that whatever's happening is for a greater purpose than you can ever even imagine.
Beautiful. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for that. That was beautiful. You're no exception. You're not an exception. Okay, Alice, how about you? Give us your nugget.
Most importantly, do not allow fear to paralyze you. When you start diving deep into who you are, and it gets a little scary and you don't want to revisit things from your past, remember that what you do in your past, it's not to bring it up and relive it. It's to realize what you came out of. So when we say to visit that darkness, is to validate it and be grateful. Be grateful for that dark moment that made you who you are. Because of that dark moment, you questioned and you desired to come out of it. So once you are out of it, don't deny it. And every day do that maintenance of seeing yourself for who you really are. And if you did something that you feel wasn't honest or kind to somebody else or to yourself, forgive yourself and allow yourself to be friends with both sides of you, that dark side and that light side, and balance it out.
Wow. Thank you so much. And I'm leaving you on there for a second. Okay, wait, I'm going to do it this way because then I can see you both clearly. So here we are. Yes, Michael.
Can I share one last thing? Because
absolutely.
One last thing.
Okay, so if you see if you see what we're wearing, if your audience would love to support us,
I don't know if they can see it very well.
Lean up a little bit. Lean up a little bit, Michael. This way. No, just lean back. There you go. Awesome. Meditation. Go to the middle. Meditation school. Samadhi. Sea of Wisdom. Awesome. You got your t-shirts. Okay, folks. Tell us about your t-shirts. Michael, tell us where we can get, if the audience is looking to support you, where can they get their t-shirts? Do they reach out to you directly?
Yes, just send us a message to begin with. We are working on a very nice surprise, something that we are doing, but we're not going to say it yet. And but in the meantime, message us on Facebook or send us a text. Let us know that you would like to support our cause to get our school from online to creating that center for the youth in Yuma, Arizona, awesome. Or just because you want to promote Samadhi and for whatever reason, just let us know. You can text us or email us.
Okay. Terrific. Awesome. Thank you for that. And I want to say thank you so much for making the time this morning on your journey. It's pretty special to know that we get to experience a little bit more of you while you are trickling down the coast, all the way back down to Yuma, Arizona, to that divine desert that I love in Arizona. So thank you for being here. I'm going to say goodbye for you now. If you'll hang out in the studio, I would love that because I'd like to have a little moment with you too. That's cool. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just feeling super blessed. I'm almost at a loss for words, but I want to thank you for being with us today and every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. Next Tuesday, our special guest, Carol Berzins-Brown, will be with us. I am Pati Maez, the Candid Coach. Remember to check out heartblazers.com for support and techniques to help you thrive in your life, and download your free mantras at 54dailymantras.com. Until then, go out there and be the best that you are, and thrive. Thank you again to my guests, Alice and Michael. See you soon.